I don't want the multiverse saga of the MCU to end. Please don't. Kevin, don't end it. It's so good. It's so good. The multiverse saga of the MCU brought back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as their Spider-Mans. Multiple variations of Loki that I love, including this one. He's so cool. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. They had... Oh, don't worry about that one, actually. But Deadpool and Wolverine, the most recent MCU film, the biggest multiversal film. Oh my god. Wesley Snipes as Blade, Jennifer Garner as Elektra, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and Channing Tatum as Gambit, finally playing the role after so many years of his film being cancelled. Anything is possible with the door of the multiverse open. Anything. Throw me in a Spider-Man 4. The general audience understand multiverses now. Get it in there.
Get it in there now, Kevin.
But I'm just going to give you my reasons of why I think after Secret Wars, the door to the multiverse should not be closed. Because that is what they're currently planning to do. Now, I could give you a really, really in-depth breakdown of why the multiverse shouldn't go like it shouldn't go. You know, I could really critique it, use really fancy words, but that's not what I'm about. I am just blunt, I'm honest, I'm that girl, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't stop this multiverse stuff. Because it's cool. That's it. That's the video. Thanks for watching. No, but seriously, why are we moving away from this? When Loki Season 1 came out, it perfectly explained the multiverse structure of the MCU. Spider-Man No Way Home explained it all perfectly. And, you know, everyone gets the different dimensions thing. We've had enough films, not just from Marvel, but now DC, explaining multiverses, so I feel like the general audience understands it. I'm not here to break it down. I'm here to just basically express my opinion on why I think the MCU is making a huge mistake. No, I'm joking. If you don't know Marvel's plan, and I think this is the current plan because it keeps changing since 2019, the next line of films and TV shows is going to lead up to 2 Avengers films, and that is Avengers Kang Dynasty. Sorry, what is it? Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Now, Doomsday obviously involves Doctor Doom, who is a very, very powerful character in the Marvel Universe, but also to the Fantastic Four. And if you don't know, heading straight back into multiversal stuff, the Fantastic Four film coming out next year is actually not based in the MCU. It's in its own separate universe. I'm guessing what happens is the Fantastic Four eventually finds a way or accidentally comes into the MCU, which is known as the, sacred timeline. And they bring along their version of Doctor Doom, who is being played by Robert Downey Jr. And I'm completely aware that this is not the most popular decision. I really do think Marvel were like, hey, people are loving this multiversal stuff, bringing back old actors who played the characters before, bringing in new actors playing new characters or characters currently on screen. They're loving it. Let's bring back RGJ to play one of the most badass villains in the whole Marvel history. Yeah, it didn't go well. I mean, I'm one of the people that are very excited for it. I think it could be really interesting. The Avengers fighting someone that looks like their old friend, Tony Stark. Just to confirm, this is not a Tony Stark variant. This is Victor Von Doom from the Fantastic Four universe. So I'm not just going, look, multiverse works, keep doing it for the next 100 years and the MCU will be absolutely fine. Box office residuals, mwah. I completely understand that instead of just superhero fatigue, there could be multiversal fatigue, but it does work. The whole multiversal thing, the speculation to the lead up of the films or TV shows works. Deadpool and Wolverine, once again, the biggest multiversal film we've had so far until we get to Doomsday and Secret Wars. People were guessing, people were like, doing rumors and theories and everything. Who could be cameoing in this film? And the best part was the cameos in this film, they weren't just not there for nothing. They actually integrated into the story. It was interesting. It was heartfelt. It was a fun movie. And that's what you want your general audiences and us to be feeling when we watch a movie. Fun. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't understand fun because, women. But when I go and see these multiversal films, the big team up films, the audience responds out loud. And that's not a usual thing in a UK cinema. There's none of that clapping or screaming or cheering usually in a normal film. But when these multiverse films happens, gasps and claps and cries and everything. People love the multiverse. They do. And I'm not saying that they're going to end, you know, the multiverse saga. They haven't officially said they're ending it recently. They announced that a couple of years ago when they announced their original slate, that the past 2 or 3 phases will wrap up the multiversal saga. But again, the possibilities are endless with a multiverse door open. Again, general audiences understand different universes and different versions of characters. The multiverse is cool, man. I want to see Wesley Snipes back as Blade. After Deapoll Wolverine, I need him back. I've not even seen Blade. I've never seen any of the Blade films, but I know how much of a big importance he is in the comic book movie sector. People love Blade from the old days, the noughties, and people loved seeing him again in Deapoll and Wolverine. I loved seeing Elektra, personally. I thought Jennifer Garner looked exactly the same as she did when she did Daredevil back in 2003. But just, oh my god, can you imagine they just announce a Spider-Man 4? Or a new Blade film, but with Wesley Snipes instead of this whole, what we're going to do with a Blade film. They've had 4 years. But the best example of this is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. No one else on this planet can play Wolverine currently. So Marvel, you know, they just reached into that bag, got really deep, and all they found was a Hugh Jackman doll, because that's who can play him. That's it. That's the only thing in that bag. And let me just clarify, I do not mean every single MCU project in the future should be a multiversal adventure. I love the origin stories. I want more films like Shang-Chi. I loved that film. I love bringing in new characters. I like seeing new stories. I do care about story. But if story works in a multiverse film, then, you know, why not do more multiverse films? I just think ideas are just endless for a multiverse-based cinematic universe. And making stuff that we used to love as children or before we were even born that we love now canon in the MCU just makes all those films even more important. Not saying they weren't important before, but even more important. It's not like, well, we'll just put that away and reboot it again. They are part of the universe in a way. Look, to be honest, maybe my explanation of why I want the multiverse to keep going for years and years and years is a bit childish. Maybe it is. You know, it's just fan service at the end of the day. I completely get where you're coming from. But just looking at the bigger picture and just looking at how these films, these multiverse projects affect audiences, I just think it's the way to go. But talking like for real now, like what I am expecting in Secret Wars, as it's this big multiversal epic set on a planet called Battle World, apparently, where basically all the different continents and countries are different sectors from different universes, dying universes. So like there's like a Spidey Island and a Doom like continent. It's like, it sounds really cool. Like we're gonna basically possibly have 1 or 2 films and a couple of projects based on this battle world, and it's loads of multiversal characters interacting with one another and going on epic adventures. I think it sounds great personally, but you know, that's just a theory. But anyway, I'm really hoping to see the OG Avengers return, obviously from their different dimensions and so on. But I really miss Chris Evans as Captain America. I never thought I'd say that, because I felt his story was done, but to be honest, I just missing the character. But this is what I mean. I just keep thinking and thinking and thinking, and I'm like, like, what if? But finally, to end off the video, I know why it is important to possibly end the multiverse saga, but we are getting the X-Men in the next phase of the MCU, and the X-Men are really important. You gotta get it right. Fox got it right now and again, but Kevin Feige's been working on the X-Men for a long time and integrating them into the cinematic universe. So I get they want to kind of move away from that and concentrate more on X-Men characters, and I'm really excited for that as well. And I can't wait to rewatch X-Men films, read comics of X-Men, play video games of X-Men, get into X-Men 97. I've only watched Ep 1 still. I'm so sorry, but you know, maybe that's it. Maybe the multiverse saga, instead of it being a multiverse fatigue, move that away as soon as possible and get into the mutants. Anyway guys, that's my video. What do you think of my opinion about keeping the multiverse and not getting rid of it too soon? But you know, the X-Men coming in, who knows? Let me know in the comments below what you think about the upcoming slate and phase and the rumours going around, and what do you think of the multiverse? Do you like it? Do you not like it in the MCU? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video, really helps me out, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and Kevin, if you're watching, Spider-Man 4.